Moses called it the day of their calamity. Zephaniah called it the day of the Lord's anger. Paul referred to it as the wrath to come. John called it the hour of trial and the hour of his judgment. Daniel described it as a time of trouble such as never was nor ever will be. And Jesus, in Matthew 24, described it. These are the words of Jesus. For then there will be a great tribulation, such as has not been since the beginning of the world until this time, no, nor ever shall be. And unless those days were shortened, no flesh would be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days will be shortened. Everywhere in the Bible where you see God at work in judgment, you see God at work in mercy. It is inevitable that those two things go together. Yes, God will judge evil, but he will never stop inviting people through his grace and his mercy. Let me show you what I mean. First of all, there will be at least 4 streams of gospel. The first one is the preaching of the 144,000. Now, let me show you where that is in the Bible, and then you can look at it for yourself at a later date. In the front lines of God's effort to bring tribulation survivors to himself will be 144,000 specially chosen Jewish evangelists who will flame out over this earth with the message of salvation. God will ordain 144,000 Jews for a very special mission during the tribulation. Now think about it. He only had 12 Jews, and he turned the first century upside down. Can you imagine what will happen when 12,000 times 12 are set loose on this earth? How many souls will be saved by the message of these evangelists? After these things I looked, and behold, a great multitude which no one could number, of all nations and tribes and peoples and tongues, standing before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes, with palm branches in their hands. Then one of the elders answered, saying to me, Who are these arrayed in white, and where did they come from? So he said to me, These are the ones who come out of the great tribulation, and washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. What does it say about that number? It says it's such a great number you can't even number it. The people that get saved in the tribulation just from the witness of the 144,000 evangelists is amazing. But that's only part of the picture. Along with the preaching of the 144,000, God is going to send back to this earth 2 personalities from the Bible. They call them the 2 witnesses. In Revelation 11:3, we read these words, I will give power to my 2 witnesses, and they will prophesy 1,260 days clothed in sackcloth. God has a third way. The Bible tells us that he's going to dispatch an angel from heaven who will fly all over the earth preaching the gospel. Here's where you find that in Revelation 14. And I saw another angel flying in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach to those who dwell on the earth, to every nation, tribe, tongue, and people, saying with a loud voice, Fear God and give glory to Jesus, for the hour of his judgment has come, and worship him who made heaven and earth, the sea, and the springs of water. Are you getting the picture? And there's one more. Millions upon millions of copies of the Bible and Bible portions have been published in all major languages and distributed throughout the world. Removal of believers from the world at the rapture will not remove the scriptures, and multitudes will no doubt be constrained. When you become a Christian, you will not get from the moment of your conversion to the pearly gates without messing up. Everybody's going to mess up somewhere. I wish I could tell you that wasn't true. Someone once told me that the best definition of Christianity was falling down and getting up, falling down and getting up, falling down and getting up all the way to heaven. We all going to fail. And what happens when you fail is this, the devil will do. He'll come in behind you and say, there's no way you could be forgiven. If you have allowed the enemy to rob you from the joy of your salvation because of something you've done, if you've confessed it to the Lord and asked for his forgiveness, you need to get on with your life. It has nothing to do with your eternal destiny. He didn't say, and I give unto them eternal life, and if they don't mess up, they can come to heaven. That's not what it says. Eternal life, listen to me, starts the moment you believe, not when you die. The moment you accept Jesus Christ, eternal life begins.